Taurus, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot weekly tarot for the week of November 20th through November 26th. I was going to start out by saying that if you notice that my voice is a little sultry this week, it's because I have come down with something. I have not had any of the illnesses that my daughter has brought home until this week. So I feel pretty grateful that it was almost a year of a stride for me. But it appears that stride is over. But I'm not going to let that stop me from giving you all your readings, okay? So just bear with me if you hear me pause, or again, maybe you like my sultry, cold voice, but we want to see what is happening because we have Sagittarius season starting on the 22nd. This is that forward movement, okay? We've definitely had the urge to move forward, but now we're getting, that energetic accompaniment of a fire sign season upon us, okay? And then a reminder too, next week we have the full moon in Gemini, all right? So we're really going to have an emphasis on needing to accept differences of opinions to move forward collectively, okay? Now understand though that accepting differences of opinions does not mean keeping toxic relationships in your life, okay? So just be mindful of how you interpret that. Again, a lot of shadow energy from the collective, from our personal experiences. They reflect each other, right? So just be mindful that we are going to see a lot of that divide, if you will, around the time of that full moon in Gemini on the 27th, okay? So just be mindful of the reactionary thoughts and words and actions when it comes to the collective shadows triggers that it'll have on us, all right? But last week you had a really great reading about your hard work really paying off. And we love to see this, Taurus, because as an earth sign, charging forward big time, all right? And as an earth sign, you're really attached to that Capricorn paradigm energy, okay? So earth signs have really been going through it. I mean, we all have, obviously, but for earth being attached to that, it's kind of hard to avoid, if you will, right? And so I believe of all the signs that are going to have the power when it comes to collective shifts, it's earth signs getting out of this energy, right? And really focusing on the Aquarian age that's coming in, okay? Also, too, before I even started, I did notice the Seven of Swords. Now, Aries got the Seven of Swords for last week's energy, and I really am getting this strong sense of part of your shadow dealing with expecting to be betrayed or expecting something to go wrong because of past relationships or past career, jobs, if you will. But that's the kind of energy that we want to clear, okay? So just be mindful of that, my dear Taurus. All right, so I'm not going to have these readings be super extended just because I am feeling a little lightheaded, but we really want to focus on this Nine of Coins, okay? Because we are being liberated. So when these things come up, right, when these old themes and patterns connected to our shadow come up, it's not a sign of things aren't working. It's a sign of you're overcoming, So just please be mindful because November's a rough ride, okay? But like I said, I do believe Sagittarius seasons where things, start to just pick up the pace. And so we don't want to be stuck in our head. All right. So let's see what we got for Taurus for the week of November 20th through November 26th, 2023. Yeah, biggest thing too emotionally, which one of my favorite astrologers, Pam Gregory, are you going to be a victim of the universe or a co-creator with the universe, okay? Because all of us are getting to this culmination, and I know I've brought this up in the past, but the King of Cups, like around 2019, early 2020, it didn't matter what reading. I got the King of Cups. I'm not kidding. In every single reading I did, in every shuffle, the King of Cups popped up. And I believe that All of this is obviously connected to, my readings are about your inner child, right? And all of this is connected to your inner child and childhood wounds, and emotional regulation is connected to childhood development. So I'm really getting this sense that as we consciously evolve, that we're going to see the importance of emotional regulation, childhood development, you know, like those kind of themes. And so again, the more of us, you're never too old to rewire your brain, okay? There's science coming out all the time, like, you know, there's that concept that but once you're 25, 26, hardwired, nothing, no going back. But we know that's not true, okay? You know, it's like people with dementia and Alzheimer's, how you play them music from when they were younger and it just triggers memories. So just be mindful that we are going through a conscious evolution, okay? And so these are things that are all taking us to this next evolution of our consciousness. All right, Taurus? Interesting. Nice. Okay. This is fantastic. So you guys have been on fire for your reading, so I'm really excited about this. Now, the moon is energy coming in from last week into this week, and the moon is ruled by Pisces and also Cancer, just water in general, so take it how it resonates. But I feel like when it comes to our subconscious thoughts, sometimes, like I said, we can unfortunately allow patterns from the past to deceive us in a sense when it comes to new opportunities, new relationships. You know what I mean? Like there's this idea of like, well, that didn't work out in the past, so, you know, what's the point? And I think that you are getting more connected. So mind you too, you have a lot of water. So this is really strongly connected to, especially with the fish, Pisces energy. So if there's a Pisces in your life, you know, they might be nurturing your earth, if you will, right? Like the water nurturing the earth, the soil. So whatever this is, you're really in tune, okay? We all have intuition, right? We all have the subconscious like knowledge, if you will, okay? And so you might even just be having these thoughts that come to mind where you're like, where did that come from? But whatever this is, I'm seeing this really empowering, okay? Because when you recognize that there are these thoughts that come up where it's like, okay, like, you know, negative thoughts of like, well, that's not gonna happen, or this is gonna happen. And like you're recognizing the things that are yours and the things that are your shadows, like subconscious thinking. But this is what's so amazing. Because if you look at it too, like I'm getting the sense too, like, okay, you've gone into the depths, you know, you're like, in the movie Frozen where she goes depth into the water, right? Like, this is like you reborn. I'm getting this sense of like emotionally reborn. Like the emotional waters just washing away all that subconscious fear. And like, again, all these things that have bubbled up from your shadow side, because it's like, this is the same water. You know what I mean? And so it's like, okay, you shed yourself, you got dressed, and now you're moving forward. And so seeing this visual, amazing explanation of the tarot is so fantastic. I'm so excited for you, Taurus, because this is amazing. Now, the Six of Swords, it's moving away from like a problem to success, if you will. And I just feel like this is part of your conscious evolution, okay? And there's a major turning point. And I think that turning point is coming from you shedding this skin. And again, we had that Scorpio new moon, right? Shedding your skin, if you will. So that's definitely, I think that new moon in Scorpio really activated you, just like, I'm getting a snake, like, you know, leaving that old dead, dried skin behind and stepping into this completely new chapter. So reminder, like, you've been having some fantastic readings. You deserve it, obviously. And then next week's energy, we have the Queen of Cups, okay? And this is all about being in the flow, connected to your intuition. This is really the most nurturing of the queens, if you will. But being in the flow is so important, right? There's no shame in having a big heart and sharing that big heart with others. Taurus, you're one of the most loving signs, right? So you know, like, Venus is ruled by Taurus. So also interesting that this is also connected to Gemini and that Gemini full moon next week. Excuse me. And so I see the duality of the fish and the Pisces, okay? And we got the connection to the duality of the Gemini, right? That's the twins. The fish and Pisces, the light and the dark, okay? The yin and the yang. You are in the perfect spot to really recognize and embrace this full moon in Gemini energy. So I would strongly suggest for you to do some, if you're into, you know, magic and setting intentions, I would really utilize that full moon, because you have activated something really strong here, Taurus, okay? This is honestly magical. Like, I'm very excited for you with this reading. Okay, so let's get into the clarifiers. But so much of this is connected to your thoughts and how your thoughts affect your emotions, you know, and how your emotions affect your thoughts, like the duality of that too, okay? But yeah, this is definitely, I think that Scorpio new moon was really something that shed you from something, that's for sure. All right, so let's see. Why is the moon card here last week for Taurus? All right, why is the moon card here last week for Taurus? All right. You know, also too, I'm getting the sense of like really putting up some boundaries. Like I'm focusing really on this chain, right? And this chain is like protecting her as she goes through this transformation, this connection to her intuition. And I'm just really seeing some really protective energy. And also because of this Six of Swords too, you know, like there's so much of this evolution to this empowering queen. And I really do think that this is your energy. Masculine, feminine, doesn't matter how you identify, but that feminine nurturing energy is in all of us, and it's just about unlocking it. All right, so why is the moon card here? Okay, yeah. I think that, so there's some relationship that has really like activated this drive to charge forward, if you will, okay? Like the Knights are impulsive energy, and the Knight of Coins specifically, like they don't want to hold back. They want to be completely engaged, right? They just go forward without thinking of the past. And so like I said, whatever this is unlocking you, it's really like this energy is having you charge forward and clearly connected to earth energy, right? I love seeing this. Okay, Six of Swords. Why is the Six of Swords here this week for Taurus? Why is the Six of Swords here this week for Taurus? Six of Swords for Taurus for November 20th. Ooh, November. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. Ace of Swords. There's a new way of thinking, right? You have, and this is liberation. This is freedom, right? The liberation from the Judgment Era, Aquarian age. You're being liberated from something, and it is empowering you. So this could be somebody else's energy, you know, like again, the yin and the yang. Some sort of feeling of like a completion, if you will. And you're really just prepared to move forward. You're prepared to move forward, and you have the confidence to move forward. Like I said, all of this is part of some conscious evolution for you. And the end result is amazing. Okay, so let's see. I'm really just getting like next week. Please utilize that Gemini full moon, okay? And then see too what house Gemini rules in your chart, any planets ruled by Gemini, and really work with that energy, okay? Because especially too, if it's like in a house of partnerships, you know, and you have this energy and how you can utilize that energy with these partnerships or relationships, okay? So Queen of Cups, why is the Queen of Cups here next week for Taurus? Why is the Queen of Cups here next week for Taurus? Yeah, I just got that song too, True to Your Heart. You know what I mean? And it's hard. It's hard to shed fear, you know? So we're all on this conscious evolution together, okay? So Seven of Cups, interesting. this can be the idea of there being too many choices, okay? So because of this evolution that you're having, you're unlocking so much that it might be overwhelming, all right? But that's when, if you can tune into this Queen of Cups, all right, stay in the flow, allow your intuition to guide you, that was unlocked, okay? Staying on the path that you're on, this new path that you're on, you're gonna find the choice. And again, there's not a wrong choice here, okay? It's like, you know, one route to where you're going, your destination, is a scenic route, and the other one, you know, has construction. Like, you're still gonna get there, but it might be annoying. Okay, so it's not saying that you're not gonna get to where you are by choosing any of these choices, but when you can go in the flow, right, when you can take time to really connect to your intuition and trust your intuition. I think that's a big part of this, is trusting yourself and your intuition, okay? You're gonna unlock it. Like, I'm just like instantly drawn to this one over here, right? All right, so let's pull an empowering question, and then we're gonna close this out, okay, Taurus? Also, Taurus, if you do like this video, please do like, comment, and share with other people you think it might resonate with, okay? All right, so an empowering question for Taurus for the week of November 20th through November 26th. And then next week I will have the December extended readings. So definitely subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications of when those pop up. But I'm excited to see what December has to offer, because 2024, whew, that is when things just flow. All right. So your empowering question is, what does being mean to me? And I find this interesting because I'm pretty sure Aries got the same question. What does being mean to me? All right. So I think too, a lot of this, there's so many expectations we put on ourselves, and then we kind of sometimes forget that, you know, just existing, like the beauty that there is in that. So hope you enjoyed this reading, Taurus. This is honestly like one of the more amazing positive readings that I've seen in a while. All right. You are locked in. You're connected. Have an amazing week ahead.